is Ike from IkesOutdoors.com. Today we're going to be talking a little bit more about form. Today the topic that I'm going to cover is grip and how you should grip your bow. This is actually one of the most key factors in your form, I think, as far as if you got an improper grip on your form, it's really going to affect a lot of things. It's going to make you're going to be torquing your bow. It's going to affect your arrow flight. It's going to affect how you paper tune your bow as well. And we talked about that in one of our other videos. If you've got a grip on your bow, it's going to torque your bow a little bit every time you shoot. So improper grip can really mess with your accuracy. So we're going to discuss real quick on how to properly grip your bow. Now the guy who kind of got me started in archery and who showed me how to do this said, you want to grip your bow, imagine you're pushing up against a wall. So you're going to hold your hand flat. You're not going to be gripping it like a baseball bat. You're going to hold your hand flat. So when you grip your bow, let me get an arrow here. Hang this thing up. So we're going to use this arrow here for an example. I'm going to show you real quick on how to properly do it. That way you can get a little bit better look at it. When you grip your bow, imagine like you're pushing right up against the wall. And I like to do that too because it forces me to keep my balance centered. You don't want your balance on your back leg. You don't want to be leaning back. I like to actually kind of lean forward a little bit. So what I do is when I pull my bow, I push it away from me, and I've actually got my bow. I'm trying to push my bow more than I'm trying to pull my bow. So it keeps me nice and centered, keeps my center of gravity right in between my legs like it should be, and to me it makes me a little more solid when I'm gripping. So that's the first thing I do is I push my bow when I'm shooting. So imagine this arrow is the bow. What you're going to do is you want that to lay right there in between the web of your thumb and index finger. That's where you want your grip to lay. Now there's two different kinds of grips. You can do a high grip and a low grip. A low grip is what I prefer. So whenever I push that bow out away from me, all the pressure of that bow, that handle, is actually right here in this section of my hand. I've got it all right down there on the heel of my hand. Now another way to do it, like I said, is a high grip. You can kind of tilt your hand forward. You can have the grip right there on that web and in between your index finger and your thumb. Now for me, it's just more comfortable for me to shoot it there. I know a lot of people who do shoot that high grip, but you basically want as little of your hand to contact the bow as possible. Because if you're gripping that bow like a baseball bat, just grip this arrow and you'll feel it roll. Every time you pull your bow back, you're rolling that bow. So you want as little of your hand as possible to touch it, and that's going to improve your accuracy and it's going to improve your form. So that's just about it on that form. I'm going to step up here and take a few shots and kind of try to give you an example of how I grip my bow. And we'll try to show you some of the effects of a bad grip. You'll see, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but when I push against the bow, the only part making contact is the part that's making contact right now. The only part that's making contact with the bow. The only part that's making contact with the bow for me is this section of my hand right here. If you've got a high grip, you're going to be tilting your hand forward just a little bit, and this is going to be the section right here that's making contact with the bow. So what I do is I got that nice low grip there. I'll push the bow away from me, and I don't lock my arm out to keep it pushed away from me. I just keep a nice steady pressure on it, and kind of bend my elbow just a little bit. But you do whatever's comfortable for you. And I wrap my index finger all the way around and touch it to my thumb. It's just a habit that I have, and I keep my fingers just real loose right around there. And I don't want to grip it tight, and I don't want to react with the shot. Just keep that hand nice and loose. And it's one of the bad habits that I have actually is sometimes I tend to anticipate the shot and close my hand, and whenever I do, I torque the bow to the right. I always push my arrow to the right. Nice, loose, relaxed grip. So that's pretty much it on your grip. Yeah, like I said, it's one of the most important things that it can really affect your form if you got improper grip. And it's going to feel kind of funny every once in a while. It's going to feel kind of funny at first till you get some shots on it. But Try a high grip, try a low grip, try what's comfortable for you. The low grip's more comfortable for me. With the high grip, it tends to bother my hand. So once again, your bow should lay right there on that part of your hand. And a low grip, it's going to make contact with just this area of your hand here. The high grip, you'll kind of be pushing, you'll be really kind of twisting your wrist a little bit, and it'll be making contact with just this section of your hand right here. So practice that, work on it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Leave a comment here or visit my website, ikesoutdoors.com. Hit the contact us page there, and if there's anything I can do to help you, feel free to ask. I may not be the best guy to help with form because I have a lot of form issues myself. So if those who can do, and those who can't teach. So I guess that's the way it is for me. But just keep a nice loose grip on your bow. Like I said, I keep those two fingers together and keep these three fingers nice and loose. I try to avoid keeping my hand splayed out open wide because it causes me, I really feel insecure that way, like I'm going to drop my bow, and it causes me to grip more at the shot. It causes me to anticipate and try to catch the bow. So I hope this helps out. I hope you learned something from this. Be sure to visit our website, ikesoutdoors.com. Thanks for watching.
I like good times, good wine, good smoke, and a five-piece bed. And I can't help